Live from WJZ, this is Breaking News.
Welcome into the news at 11. We begin tonight with breaking news as multiple people have been shot in Northwest Baltimore. Police are giving an update to that mass shooting right now. We're going to take you right there.
This evening, just around 8:46 p.m., officers received a call for a shooting at Queensberry and Spalding. Upon arrival, they located 6 victims, 4 males, 2 females. One of the female victims was a 5-year-old child who was shot in the hand. Thankfully, it doesn't appear that her injury is very serious. One of the males was shot and critical. Homicide unit has been notified. He is currently in surgery at an area hospital. The rest of the victims range in age from 23 to 52. Both our homicide and our district detective units are on the scene. We have very little information at this point. All we know is there's multiple rounds fired, multiple victims. If anybody has any information, please call 1-866-7-LOCK-UP or call our homicide unit 410-396-2100. At this time, we will take any questions.
All right, so I'm going to start over here, Channel 2, and we'll work our way over.
Manny Locke, Channel 2. Thank you, Chief. I know it's early in your investigation, as you mentioned. Was this, I know you can't give out too much, was this like a preliminary house party or just victims having dinner at a household? Can you expand on that?
It just looked like some people were sitting outside on the porch and up against on a vehicle having some crabs, to be honest, and looks like somebody just opened fire.
Any indication that this was a targeted attack?
I don't think you shoot without having a target, so I don't know who they were targeting, but I'm sure there was somebody who fired these shots that was targeting for somebody. It's still really early in the investigation.
WJZ?
Any possible suspect information? Has anybody been questioned or taken into custody?
No, we have not been able to question. They're all in area hospitals. Detectives are going to be at the hospital questioning any of our possible victims and any possible witnesses that we may have had that still are on the scene to see what we can piece together and find out what happened here tonight.
WBL?
Commissioner, do you know what type of weapon may be used? Because witnesses are telling us it was rapid gunfire or barrage of gunfire.
I don't know because we haven't collected the rounds yet. Our crime lab hasn't been here, but because of the number of rounds and the fact that we have a lot of weapons out there with extended magazines, it wouldn't surprise me with the different switches that are out there.
Was it a drive-by shooting?
We don't know yet. I doubt it was a drive-by because it was too many casings. They may have been in a vehicle, but there was a lot of casings back in our crime scene.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, we are going to take you back out to that scene in just a little bit with our Ashley Paul is standing by. But just to recap what you just heard there, multiple victim shooting in Baltimore tonight at Queensberry Avenue. 6 victims in total, including a 5-year-old who was shot in the hand, but that injury does not seem to be critical. Detectives say that they will be at the hospital questioning the victims to see if they can find any other information to help them with this shooting. But let's go out to Ashley Paul right now, who is standing by with more. Ashley. Okay, we're going to get to her in just a little bit, but 6 victims shot tonight in Baltimore at Queensberry Avenue. Multiple rounds fired, multiple victims. People were sitting on the porch, just what the police described as eating crabs, when somebody opened up fire. The victims range from ages 15 to 52. 6 victims total, including a 5-year-old who was shot in the hand and a 15-year-old. Detectives say that they will be at the hospital collecting more information throughout the night. But let's go back out to Ashley.
Yeah, hey, Grace. So as you can see behind me, the scene here is still pretty active. It's a little hard to tell because police are keeping us pretty far back at this point as they continue to investigate the circumstances of what happened here tonight. But there are many police cars on scene, ambulances on scene. We saw Baltimore Fire on scene. So all hands on deck here at this scene. And as you just mentioned, Grace, we're finding out now that 6 people were shot in this incident tonight. Now, again, it happened at the intersection of Queensberry and Spalding just before 9 o'clock tonight. Right around 8:45 is when that call came in. Now, we're told that 4 of the victims were males, 2 were females. One of them only 5 years old. That 5-year-old shot in the hand and expected to be okay. Now another victim tonight, we are told, is in critical condition and homicide has been notified. So what led to this? That's the question that we are still waiting to learn. Police are working to figure out. We are told that it started with people sitting outside on a porch. They were leaning up against a vehicle eating crabs when the gunfire rang out. And at this point, police tell us that they believe that this was a targeted event, but that being said, they're not exactly sure who the target was because it's still very early in that investigation. So right now, detectives are working to interview witnesses. They plan to interview the victims. Once those victims are stable and available to talk with them, they're trying to figure out exactly what led to this and who those suspects are. But at this point, nobody has been arrested. They're still just trying to fit together the pieces of this puzzle. So what we know at this point, multiple rounds were fired, multiple victims were struck, and it's kind of a work in progress as to what exactly happened here. So police are looking for information. Anybody that might have any information is asked to contact them right away at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. That's the number to call if you know anything about what happened here tonight. And of course, we'll continue to update this story tomorrow morning on WJZ News at 7 and online at WJZ.com. But for now, Grace, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Ashley, great stuff. Thank you for your reporting.